All right, here we go. When you take the power of pussy away from women. Okay, let me plug the joint again. When you take the power of pussy away from women. Now, let me just say this. The average guy doesn't have the testicular fortitude, the discipline, the self-respect, and the mental conditioning of strength to be able to do this. Most guys don't have it because most guys are controlled by sex. The average guy walking around right now, whether he's single or actively in a relationship or marriage, is controlled by sex. Believe that. When you take the power of pussy away from women, I'm going to share with you a clip just a moment. Now, I actually pre-recorded a video with the same title that I was going to release until. Now, let me just say this. What got me thinking about doing a video with this title was a spirited back and forth that I had on Facebook. Okay, there was a particular post I was responding to that post in this particular Facebook group, you know what I'm saying, that I kind of, deal with, right? And basically the post was a woman stating, "You're sexually attracted to me. You're not interested in me. There's a difference." So basically she was saying, yeah, you want to have sex with me, but you're not interested in me. There's a difference. And there's actually a better way of saying that. And I think women will appreciate that. I appreciate how I'm going to put it, right? And this isn't a quote that I made up. This is a quote that you can find. Just because you desire someone doesn't mean that you value them, right? So that's probably a better quote, right? Just because you desire someone doesn't mean that you value them. So just because, and this could be either way, just because a woman desires to deal with you doesn't mean that she values you. See, in order to value something, you have to respect it. Okay. Now, just because I'm saying, just because you value, when I'm saying if you value something, you got to respect it. That doesn't mean that you're disrespectful. Okay. There's a big difference between not really respecting something versus being disrespectful. Two different things. The disrespect comes in when there's deception and manipulation. So you can have sex with a woman that you really don't respect, but you're not lying to her, right? Like, let's say for guys that are judgmental, for instance, they have sex on a one night stand type tip, but they don't really respect the woman. So they desire her, but they don't value her, right? But just because they don't respect her doesn't mean they were disrespectful to her, right? Right. I need guys to understand that. Same thing when a woman desires to deal with a man because he's generous with his resources. So she'll go out to dinner with him or allow him to spend money on her and all that other shit. But the only thing she desires is the treatment that she's getting, but she don't really value him. Okay, if she ain't lying to him, being malicious in any way, or trying to be deceitful or manipulative, and he just offering it and she's just accepting it, that's her desiring the situation but not valuing it, right? So let's move on, right? So I got into a spirited back and forth. So that prompted me to do the first video until I saw a live stream that the homie Lucario did about a week and a half ago. And I'm watching this live stream, and AT, shout out to AT. I haven't heard from AT in quite a while. So he calls into Lucario's live stream, and that's the clip I'm about to play for you. And when I heard that clip, I'm like, that clip is the epitome of why I'm talking about what I'm talking about today. That clip is the epitome of this title right here. When you take the power of pussy away from women. Okay, let me explain something to you guys. and this is not me disparaging women. This is nothing against women. What I'm doing is really about male empowerment, men being empowered to understand that you can deal with women and have things go your way. You can have quality experiences with women without having to compromise your integrity, your manhood, your dignity, your self-respect. You can have quality dealings with women and have shit go your way. So when I tell you guys, I strictly deal with women on my terms. There's nothing egotistical about me saying that. Okay, there's nothing misogynistic or male chauvinist. It's not about any of that. It's about I only want to have quality experiences with the. Excuse me. Hold on. All right. Excuse me. I only want to have quality experiences with the people that I invite into my life. I don't want to have drama and toxic situations or situations where women are disrespectful. I don't want to have none of that. So, to basically weed out the women that could potentially give me problems, I'm only dealing with women strictly on my motherfucking terms. Now, here's the thing when we talk about masculine leadership, although I'm dealing with women strictly on my terms, if they play their cards right, they can most definitely benefit. It can be a mutually beneficial, I said beneficial, it could be a mutually beneficial situation where both of us are chilling and enjoying each other. Although it may never lead to a relationship. It may never lead to that. It can still be a mutually beneficial thing. But some women, unfortunately, are lazy and spoiled. And I'm going to get into that in just a moment. So let's play this clip and then we're going to break it down. Hold on. Let me move this up the way. Now, let's plug the title. When you take the power of pussy away from women. I'm going to break this down after you hear this clip.
And dealing with a situation with, it's a woman, I was dealing with, and dealing with a situation with, it's a woman, I with that came back this year. I was dealing with her back in 2009, months of her being consistent. We ended up being like friends with benefits until 2020. And then when COVID hit, she backed off and just because, the lockdowns and everything. And then we met up again in 2021 for a couple of months and then things tailed off. So she came back this past January. We've been hooking up since then. But then like 2 weeks ago, she hit me with like, oh, I can't just do, I'm not sure I can do casual anymore. I need some time to, think about this because I'm older. I want more. So my response was just like, okay, we can just call this, whole thing off. Like, hey, that's what you want. I don't, no problem. But then she kept backpedaling like, well, I just want to think, but we don't have to end things. So once I said that, needless to say, she got back in line like,
hold on. Can we just clap it up for AT? Can we just clap it up for AT? Much like, if y'all remember a video I did about 2 weeks ago, I played for you guys some audio clips from Unique 79 and this one young lady he was dealing with. And she was doing something very, very similar to what this young lady was doing with AT, right? When you take the power of pussy away from women. So in the situation that AT just broke down, basically he has a friends with benefits or a fuck buddy situation with this young lady that's been on again, off again for the past couple of years, past few years. And that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that, right? As long as the parting of ways is respectful and amicable, and there was no toxicity, there was no drama, no disrespect, and you guys just parted ways and you were still cool. If the woman wants to come back into the fold, by all means, like Steve says, leave a candle in the window for her. Most women will come back because they're going to find there's nothing out there. When you're that dude and you are a quality man, although the woman might want a relationship with you, but you don't want one with her, because you are a quality dude, and if you fuck her right, you're giving her great sex, many women will come back, right? They will come back. Not all of them, but many of them will come back because there's nothing out there. Once they get out there and they realize that the pickings are slim when it comes to how lame these guys are, you got guys out here that aren't men, and when women do have sex with these dudes are horrible in bed. They're not attentive lovers, none of that. They're gonna come back to a dude when you that dude. Okay, period. So basically, this is what you have going on. Much like, and hold on real quick. Let me get my little notes. Okay, much like the situation with Unique. See, in Unique situation, him and a woman never had sex at all, right? In this situation, AT and a young lady, they've been having sex. So when I talk about, hold on. All right, excuse me, guys. When I talk about the power, when I talk about when you take the power of pussy away from women, there are three things that women can no longer do that they need to be able to do, right? To be able to have some semblance of control or power within the interaction with whatever man that they're dealing with, right? When you take the power of pussy away from women, you eradicate these three things. And after that, they have no bargaining power. They have no leverage to deal with you. When you take the power of pussy away from women, you take away their ability to barter, negotiate, and ration. So let's break this down. When women barter, what are they doing? They're trying to trade by exchanging one commodity for another. So in Unique situation, when a woman hasn't had sex with you, but she's bartering, what she's basically saying essentially is this: if you do this first, perhaps you'll get this later. That's bartering, right? That's when chicks try and make you wait and they try and hit you with that shit. You know, you got to date me first. You know, you got to kind of show me that you're worthy of this. And that's basically them overvaluing their pussy, right? That's them. Now, when they're dealing with a man who actually got options, what they're doing is really overplaying their hand. They think because those other guys they deal with pedestalize them and beg them for sex and they all thirsty and they'll do whatever to fuck them. Every guy is like that. So when they come upon guys like Unique, guys like AT, and all of us from the Real Game No Theory podcast, they can't bargain with us. They can't barter. They can't negotiate. They can't ration. They literally have no power because we take the power of pussy away. So again, what does barter mean? To trade by exchanging one commodity for another. This is what happens, for instance, when you guys try and set up a date and a woman tells you, oh, I don't like that date. Can we do this instead? Or she tries to change the venue or the location. She's bartering, right? In her mind, she thinks you believe having access to her sexually has value associated with it. Because she believes you think that, she believes she has the power to barter with you. Now, she could eventually fuck you, or she could not. That doesn't matter. Whether sex actually happens or not is inconsequential. It doesn't matter. The fact that she knows you want to have sex with her, she knows if she can get you to do what she wants you to do, that's her bartering. That's her basically saying, this guy wants to fuck me so bad, I can get him to do what I want to do. She's bartering, right? And in many cases, all she's really giving you is the misleading impression that sex is possible if you let her lead, if you allow her to dictate shit, right? That's bartering. Negotiation is a dialogue between two or more parties to resolve points of difference, gain an advantage for an individual or collective. This usually happens after you're fucking, and the woman wants more. She wants you to be romantic. She wants more access to you non-sexually. What did I tell you? The thing that women covet above any and everything else. When they're dealing with a man they're actually feeling, they want access to non-sexual intimacy. Anytime a woman gets into a relationship or a man is dealing with her beyond just sex, she is sure to get that. Okay, and women want that. So the young lady in the video clip that I'm showing with Lucario in it, she was trying to negotiate with AT. What did she do? I'm getting a little older, you know, I want something more. So basically what she was trying to insinuate with her failed negotiation tactics was, if you don't give me what I want, you're not going to have access to fuck me anymore, right? She was bluffing. AT called her bluff. And what did AT do? He took the power of the pussy away and basically said, oh, okay, oh, you want a relationship? Now, not only are you not going to get a relationship from me, but we can stop fucking. You won't have access to this dick no more. So what she realized in that precise moment in time, what she realized, this is something that guys need to think about. She realized that access to him sexually had more power than access to her sexually. Because he basically said, I don't even want your pussy no more. When he basically said, I'll dismiss you altogether, what she realized was, oh, no, I still got to have access to that dick. Hashtag dick is a gift. So once you realize that your dick is a gift, now, if you're not good in bed, it's not, right? But if you are, if you know how to slang that thing, if you know what you're doing in bed, and you only deal with women strictly on your terms, women will come to the realization. They might not like it, but they're going to come to the realization that indeed, hashtag dick is a gift, and that access to them sexually for you isn't, and that there's really no value there, right? So now they got to play their position, right? They got to play that role that you placed them in, or they can dip. But when you fucking them good and they really don't have no valuable options, they're not going no fucking way, right? Believe that. Now, rationing is self-explanatory. That's when a woman is rationing sex to you, basically on some take me out more, buy me flowers, be more romantic, take me on trips. Dudes that are in sexless marriages and relationships usually deal with the rationing of pussy, right? So I just want to hit you guys with that. When you take the power of pussy away from women, you take their ability to be able to have leverage. They can't bargain. So what does that mean? They can't negotiate terms and conditions. They can't barter with you, and they can't ration a motherfucking thing. Because essentially what you're saying is, baby girl, take your shit, keep your shit. And you're throwing the whole woman away, right along with her pussy. Take your shit. Bye. You have no power over here. And it's funny because in the spirited back and forth I had with a young lady, one of the things she was saying was, because she admitted that she ain't dealing with no dude that don't let her lead, right? She basically admitted to that, like, yeah, I'm going to basically want things to be my way. I'm going to dictate things. And then she said this, if a man doesn't allow me to lead, he'll be lucky. And these are the words she used. He will be lucky if he gets a one and done. Meaning what she was trying to say was, he'll be lucky if I even fuck him once. So that's basically her admitting, if I'm sexually attracted enough to him, but I can't get my way, I'll still have sex with him. But he'll be lucky if he can get a one and done. And that's, see, that type of verbiage is the verbiage that men gotta eradicate. Is women thinking that we're lucky to fuck them. No, we can't have that. That's why you got to take the power of the pussy away right away from women. So they understand that they're the fortunate ones, that they are the blessed ones, that they are indeed the lucky ones to be in your fucking physical presence, not the other way around. See, society has women believing that they running shit with their pussy. Now, for weak males, yes, it's true. But when it come across a brother like myself, AT, Unique, L, Fifth, Steve, Miles, they're going to understand real quick. They cannot use their pussies to negotiate, barter, or ration. It ain't gonna work. I need guys to understand this. When you take the power of pussy away from women. Now, let me say this in closing. Because I said this to the young lady. I said, a lot of y'all women, not all, some, are lazy and spoiled. Now, what I mean by spoiled is there are far too many women that don't have to put skin in the game. They don't have to do anything. All they got to do is look cute and give guys some pussy, or give guys the impression that they can get some pussy, and then guys are doing everything for them. So when I say women are spoiled, that's what I mean. Now, when I say women are lazy, let's go back to the whole thing with AT. Right? Now, bear in mind, they have a fuck buddy situation going on. Right? She going to him and basically saying, I want a relationship. And my thing should be, and everyone who heard him talk about it, thing should be, what the fuck have she done that makes her worthy of a relationship? Why? Because she been fucking you for a couple of years on and off? So when I say chicks are lazy and spoiled, what I mean is, chick, what are you doing? What, are you taking that man out on your dime? Right? Are you at that man's house folding some laundry? Right? Or are you making yourself useful beyond the bedroom? See, because my thing is this. I don't value no woman's pussy. Pussy has no value to me at all. A woman can't use her pussy for anything but what it's intended for. Okay? Which is for me to climb up in it and beat it up. That's about all she can do with it with me. So if you want me to deal with you beyond sex, show me something. Telling me you want to see me? What the fuck that mean to me? Right? So what you need to be doing is texting me, have you eaten? Let me take you out to eat on my dime. Okay? What you better be doing is, hey, when you get a moment, why don't you come over? I made something for you. No, that type of shit. If you want my attention, you have to do things outside of sex to get it. It doesn't guarantee it's going to lead to a relationship, but at least you can get my attention enough to give me cause to pause and have me think to myself, do I want to kick it with her non-sexually? Do I want to give her access to me non-sexually? Right? Me fucking you ain't good enough. That's not going to get you access to me non-sexually. You're not going to get no non-sexual intimacy from me. You're not going to get to see the romantic side of me just because you're giving me some fucking pussy. What else you got? When you take the power of pussy away from women, they ain't got nothing for you. Unless they are campaigning and auditioning for a role in your life beyond just fucking. They got to put in some work. They got to put skin in the game.